best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
On first down, Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Randy Moss, 43 yards. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught in the end zone. So how about that for a statement? They get 2 instead of 1 on the fake, and it's an 8-0 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now here's Mahomes, and this one caught by Travis Kelce. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a pitch out to Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it.
4 down, 4 down. Check, check.
It's Williams. And he'll get it only to about the 3 and no further as they stop him. Williams stopped up short of the goal line on 4th down. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Murray now. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. 30. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Randy Moss, 95 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Hey, 50's the mic.
On the toss, here's Williams. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's Allen. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
Now a toss play. Allen. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
4 down.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
3 down. Oh, yeah!
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
YouTube?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Shout out to all my subscribers, man.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams.
Seen that tackle? Good tackle. That's a good amount of
39. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up
5 yards? We'll take that. We'll take that any day. Any day. Come on. Let's do this.
Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again.
No, I'll play that. I was going to switch it to his own, but we're fine. Byron Jones should move to Allen. I'll cover him. Oh, come on, that's me.
My goodness, This
That's
is
me, man. She never use
incomplete.
alert.
Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the
That's
Lions will
me.
take over. Well, down 2
Shout out to my
touchdowns
beautiful
already. I guess they
girlfriend.
felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
She's the only one watching me right
wisdom
now.
says, look, as you point out,
So,
you got a whole
shout
half
out
to
to
play.
her.
Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this
Oh,
situation.
I
Do
should
a
have
little adjusting
kept
in
going
the half
straight.
and
I had
come
the
out ready
open
to
field
go.
to the right.
But sometimes
Man,
those
watch
coaches
this
can just
touchdown.
sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
See him playing the safety. You can't play the safety, man. Expect to
To the
win.
right and complete to Galladay.
He's playing the
And he'll
safety.
get it out to
Expose
midfield. Looks
him,
like, yeah, they'll
watch
spot
this.
it right at midfield at the 50. They get
Expose
5
him.
out of that one, and it
Don't
moves
play
the
the safety,
chains.
dog. Look at that. +7 speed.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's
Don't
gonna
play the
rifle
safety,
one
dog.
deep left
Don't
side.
play the safety. Whew.
And that one falls incomplete.
Ooh.
Looked like he
You
might have
better
had
watch out,
position there,
man.
but he couldn't hold on at it second
Come on,
down.
Randy. You gotta come down with that one.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And
Come on,
the
you
left
got a
sideline,
possession
he
catch
caught
that,
it, but
bro.
out of bounds, according to the
Yeah,
head
possession
linesman.
catch that.
Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target,
possession
but that's not always a
You
function
said, babe,
of the strength
I'm
of
the
arm
great
of the
king.
quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Watch.
Eluding the pressure right.
Yeah.
And he couldn't
He
hang on
dropped
to
it?
it through the contact.
Hey.
Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
All right, man.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go 4 on 4.
Take a deep breath.
Here we go. What? 90.
It's game time. Come on.
From the gun.
Come on. Come
He's
on.
going to rifle one deep
Come
left
on.
side. He's got it.
It's
at
game
the 15.
time.
Fourth
Hold
down
on.
conversion plays. You
Hold
usually
on now.
think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a
Get in
huge
there.
pickup.
Yeah,
as the
yeah.
Sticks
Wish
make a
wobble, wish
drastic
wobble,
shift
wish wobble,
forward.
wish wobble. Whoop. Watch this, dog.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time.
Oh, I need to
They
put
have a
him on
first and 10 at the
the
13-yard line. Operating from the gun.
Throw it up to Randy. Throw it up to Randy. Let him get it. Throw it up to Randy, dog. Throw it up to Randy. Come on, man. Come on.
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of his NFL thing pretty quickly.
Oh, okay, look, you see how he's playing? Because I got a fake field goal.
Well, they keep talking
I'm
about
gonna
making
take the
sure they're
one
giving
pointer.
him plays
Boom.
that fit his talents and also
Throw
maybe
it up
shrinking
to
the
Randy,
playbook a little
man.
bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really
Let him
good.
get it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Tackle him. Come on, Sante.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any
Most
points
likely
up.
going
This
deep.
one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive.
We're there.
You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first
We are
half.
there.
I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
He's probably going to try to... Oh,
Shotgun snap
see
to
him.
Mahomes.
I see that.
Incomplete.
One of
And
you
we're
guys
down
got to
to
get
8
it, man. I knew he was
seconds
going
now.
at the Kelsey.
Travis
I
Kelce,
knew
the
it.
Pro Bowl tight end, the
knew
intended
it.
target,
Should've
and
been
it's
my
3rd
interception.
down. The Chiefs
Really?
on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Come on, we're there, coach.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A
We're
big
there,
call
coach.
coming on third down. Now, if you're going to
You
get
gotta
rid of
punt
it, you
that
better
ball,
get
boy.
outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up
Take
losing the down
Derwin
as
James,
well.
my boy, the Charger Nation.
So
Charger
short
Nation,
drop, but
man.
he's able to get it out, and this is
If you're a
good
subscriber out there, and you go for any other
Let's take
team
it
but the
inside
Chargers,
his own 40.
switch your team. Watch how I do it. Watch how I do it. Oh. Come on, Randy.
That's it for the first half. 2 more
Charger
quarters to
Nation,
go.
man.
We'll have plenty more to see
You see
after
the
the
field.
break. Welcome back. Charles
See
and
the
I settled into the
fans.
booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams
Right.
appear ready
I don't
for
know
the
why this
fight
dude
ahead, and
hasn't
we
quit yet.
resume
It's
action here in
22-0.
quarter number 3.
Really, man.
Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill.
I ain't gotta get up. Boom.
And nowhere to go. He'll make it back only to the
He just
5-yard
quit. I don't know
line.
why he doesn't
In
quit.
this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Come on. You gotta get him locked down. Nope.
They
You got
start
that.
the drive with a
You
give.
got Oh, ooh, that's fake.
And space
Fumble?
opened up a bit. He's able
User
to take this
history?
up
No
past
fumble?
the 10. It's a 7-yard
Yeah,
carry
they
to
getting a
set
whole
them up
bunch
with a
of yards.
2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit as they give up the
Good
touchdown.
tackle.
And he'll
Who is
get
that,
this
my
one
boy
up to about
Shazier?
his 14.
My
The
boy Ryan
linebacker Ryan
Shazier.
Shazier there to make the tackle.
Go.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Now Allen. And he'll
on.
lose yardage.
You were
He'll
safety?
be down at the 7-yard line. Call
yeah,
that a
that's
loss
right.
of 7 to bring up
You
4.
should just quit, man.
It's almost got to the
Still
point in
think
the
he's
NFL where
getting-
3rd
and he's
down
going
is a
for it to
throwing
top it
down,
off.
no matter what the distance. It just feels that
Top it
way.
off.
So how about the discipline there by the defense?
What's the point?
Understanding, reading their keys, they run the ball on 3rd down.
And
They
you,
don't just handle it with technique.
please don't
stay
work.
at home.
This actually worked.
They become
This
disruptors.
worked.
They're actually getting back there, making a big play, big loss.
Oh,
and now
he
they flip the
prayed
balance of
before
the
he
field
made
for their
that play.
team.
Defensively, a
He
bit of a
prayed. I
collapse,
know he
allowing
did.
the 4th down
I
play to
ain't.
result in 23 yards.
Man, that's locked up.
They stick
See,
with the
look,
ground
same
game on
thing.
1st down. It's
Same
Williams.
place.
And he is met in his
That's
tracks
crazy.
behind the line of scrimmage.
Good
Call
tackle,
that a
Wanda.
loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a
It's
2nd
okay.
and
All
long.
we gotta do is stop him again, coach. I
Mahomes
see
now
that.
to throw.
Don't throw that. Give me
This
that.
ball's tipped
Don't
and
throw that.
intercepted.
Don't throw that.
Picked off around the 41.
that.
So he actually goes
Any
back
day.
about 9 yards on the return.
take them
But
any
the
day.
interception is clean, and they have the pigskin, and they take over. Good
I'm
starting
going right
field
back to this
position
play
for them as they
because,
come up
you know
1st
what?
and 10.
If you can't stop it, don't fix what's not
From the
broken.
gun, Murray.
Watch. Oh, toe tap.
And he
Come on,
is
man.
out of bounds, but
Out
not
of
before
bounds?
he's
Oh,
inside the
that's it.
30. That one goes for 24 yards. Right
Touchdown,
after the
man.
turnover, they come out
Should have been
throwing.
won this game.
And that means it's a
Should've been
sudden
quick.
change situation. We used to practice
But
it on
you want
defense.
that?
Well, sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit.
And he takes this one in for a Lions
Expose him, bro.
touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 26 yards. And thanks to the interception,
I'm
the
gonna go for a
Lions
fake field goal
offense
now, watch
cashes in with 6. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Hey, stop playing with me, bro. That's a lineman. That's a lineman, bro.
And the fake extra point works to
tight end,
extend
a
their
lineman.
lead by 2. Set now to kick this one
I
away,
do
and
this.
off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is An offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up! Let's get moving, guys."
I respect him for not. Is he gonna throw there? I got that. I got that. See how I switched on? Watch. Let's fix it. Come on, we're going that way. Oh no, we're not. Come on, yeah. Oh. But like I was saying, there's a lot of people that quit. I respect him for staying in his game, but it's like you're not gonna win.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and the receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Gotta know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
Touchdown. Touchdown.
Throwing on first down.
Touchdown.
The quick slant caught. And he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. His big game continues. Already has 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage in the first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Here's Murray throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Murray. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss
what's going on?
One like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfired.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
Everybody just blocks.
Peterson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Adrian Peterson.
Let's see if he,
a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Fake field goal, yep.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point.
Just going to take my 1 point.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Let's get a good pump.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
That's a good punt. You were smart about it this time.
And now here comes Kansas City.
It's like it's boring playing
they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out.
It's boring if you play with somebody who like.
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game. You need all 11 working well together, but every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity.
Probably gonna pass
maybe wake up everyone else.
That's wrong.
They stay on the ground with Allen.
Yeah.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Comes out of the same formation every time.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be
incomplete. Picked that all, Byron Jones.
Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Oh, let me pause the game, see if he quits.
When the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And that one knocked away and incomplete.
No,
nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. This is what you have to do
when you play people like this. Put it on true clock.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
4 minutes left. Come on, man.
1st down. Here's a run with Peterson.
Okay.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Wow,
It's a
it didn't
pickup
work.
of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage.
Look at this dude, bro.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Adrian Peterson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Partner, that type of a lead, and
Didn't
you're
nobody
fake
block
it
for me, but
from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3, but from the 15. Mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the
my
stuff she used to
grandmother did the
preserve.
same. It smelled terrible. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams.
come on, bro. You're not breaking off that tackle.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not
I
going to
thought
see consistently. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
This dude couldn't even win if I would let him.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And the
been
reinforcements come in as they're going to
Use your
stop him
stretch.
behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile. Stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, here's Williams.
Oh, come on, Ryan Shazier. What are you doing?
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
That dude's just going to go for it.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. This is Allen.
Come on.
And he won't get there.
Good tackle, Derwin
They
James.
stop him a few yards short of the line to gain.
Now let's end this game.
Tackle made there by the safety,
Let's go
Derwin
home.
James. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision
game
here
to
to be
finally
more
hop into
aggressive in the
another
late
game.
stages of this game here in the 2nd
Hopefully
half.
somebody
And I
will
get
bet.
it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near
tackle.
midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Off play action. Murray. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
True clock. This
It's a
shit does
big
not
play
work
there for the
nothing.
Lions. And even 40 yards.
Hey, boys, got 4 down.
This game is something else, man. I didn't score. I couldn't score. No, I
And
didn't
the
score.
hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
see.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
There you go.
That didn't just feel like good defense
Fine
there. That
work.
felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the
That's
end
how
zone
you
twice,
treat
trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
He'll get it up the middle, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Extra point safely through. And that will extend this big lead.
Stop him one more time.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal.
Get that
and never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up
Hey.
incomplete.
He's going to run it now, watch. Just to the side. To the left. To the left. To the left. Now it's to the right. To the left. To the left. Now it's to the left. This dude's weird.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
It was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Rolling to his right. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Good defense, Carlos.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Now a desperation throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off Byron Jones. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a
This was a good game by me.
But I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you'll only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down.
This game felt like forever. Just hit level 93. What up, though? Let's hop into another game. Let's get another dub.
And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
So what's good, bro?
set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway in Southern California. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
All right, this will be a good game. Probably like I probably spent like I want to say at least 100. At least yeah, then this shit got trash.
First down, Vic. Being chased
Madden
down
20
left.
for sure. Tackle him.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
What?
Oh, this is
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
20, 10,
John Taylor.
Carolina.
Oh, blocking him down.
Franco Harris, 81 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead.
Yeah, but it was because, like, kind of usually they do this good.
They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days
I said, yeah, it's Sean Taylor, but, like, I didn't get that pick because, like, I messed up on my user. It's my fault, but that's good. That's good.
Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Spins by. And he'll make it across the 20. As his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
It's his nephew. Oh, it is? I don't know.
On first and 10, Murray. The Panthers
I had
too
Thomas
strong. They
wide
get
open.
there and take him down. Jason Taylor in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're right behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Looking to throw. Murray. He'll get this one to Galladay.
I'll take that.
Oh, now
I'll
he
take
pulls
that.
him over.
I'll take that.
They're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 32.
And Galladay, good way to work. Oh, broke both ends.
What we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch.
Oh, I should have threw that check down to.
Anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier.
Nah, I'm a Chargers fan,
down
bro.
for a loss of a yard. The sack
I just
cost
like the
him
line
only a
too.
yard. It's second and 11.
It's a nice cover rush.
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
To throw on third down, Murray. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Jason Taylor in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside
30-yard
in
line.
this first quarter. On is the Hall of Famer Ray Guy to punt this away on fourth down. This is taken at about the 14. And shedding through the tackle. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, writing your playbook, 1 play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Vic on second down.
Oh my God, bro. Thank you.
It's Gonzalez.
And he picked it
Now
up.
loose
He will
football.
pick it
The
up.
ball comes out.
Crazy.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though,
Crazy.
opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On third down, it's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs. That big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On first and 10, here's Vic. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock the Albert away and bring up second down.
On second down, there's the option going left. And no pitch there and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Right 20, right 90.
On third down, Vic steps away to his left. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing.
I listen to like hip hop.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Warrior cornerback.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Back to the air on second down. Murray to the sideline, and
wow, what a catch there.
He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. He'll rifle this one deep right. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up first and 10. So here's Vic following the interception. Flush to his right. Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end Gonzalez. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
They'll hand it off now. Williams.
Oh my God.
He cuts right sideline in some space. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Panthers. 41 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. Here's Michael Vick. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
4 down, check.
Vic now.
Thank you.
Into heavy
Come on,
traffic,
man.
and it's intercepted.
Thank you.
Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
On 1st down, Murray. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play on 3rd down for the Lions. 52 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points. And Peterson,
Oh my
what
God,
happened? He lost
really
the football. And the Panthers have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me
Psychology
because
of this fucking
you would think
game
there would
sucks.
never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete.
Do you know you're throwing to him?
Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now here's Vic. Flushed out right.
Thank
Tries
you,
to
bro.
force it to
Pick
Megatron,
6,
and
and
it's
then we'll go the other
intercepted.
way. Pick
Picked off
6.
by Kyle Fuller. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you could hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. And he rifles one incomplete. Johnson the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hey, boys, got four down.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
You got 10 seconds.
A first down throw coming for Vick. Escaping the pressure right.
Come on, thank you, bro.
Come
on, Jalen Ramsey, you're not gonna block. Or if you block, that's a pick.
Right there at the 22-yard line.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into a star receiver to make a play. Sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time,
wow, I did not try to do that, bro. Oh my God, look how weak this game is. Look how weak this shit is.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
How weak this game. Oh, Madden 20 ain't nothing like this trash ass game, bro.
When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And give him about 3
Everybody can be good at this.
22-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
As long as you have 99 players, you're good.
Second down, Vick. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Hey, let's go!
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Ohio!
Back to the ground, this time with Tomlinson. He's got room to run past the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge.
Who's your team?
Tackle, if you bring your tight end over there, either way,
Packers?
control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
No, you guys can't move. You guys have a good quarterback.
It just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that
last year the Chargers did
incomplete.
good, but
Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Shit, the Patriots damn near go every year. But Gronk retired, so. But Tom Brady's a good quarterback, bro. Gotta give it to him.
This is Johnson, he's got it.
Tom Brady is a great quarterback.
Midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Peterson.
Oh, shit, I should never
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Bro, he's just a great leader, too. You can't take that away from him.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout.
And he just, that boy throws dots.
Just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Put Tom Brady on the Chargers. We're going to the Super Bowl. Promise you. He's like a veteran. Yeah, he's like a veteran. He's good.
From the gun, Murray.
Yeah, Brady's definitely good.
Eluding the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to give his attention.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Adrian Peterson, a 6-yard touchdown run, and the Lions are in for 6.
Yeah.
And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block,
who'd you guys get out the draft?
Let him run it in, they did it.
Who'd you guys get out the draft?
Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Who else? Who else did you guys get out the draft? Did you guys sign anybody?
But he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Jared McCoy.
Try to shake
For
off
1
the
year.
interception.
That's not bad. That's a good
He's
pickup.
gonna flip one out here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw.
You guys
and
got
catch,
rid
but
of
even with that
Dominus. I
completion,
forgot his first name.
0
We signed
yards
him.
gained, so
Your
they're behind
linebacker.
schedule on down and distance.
His last name was Thomas, I think. Yeah, I know. I said we signed him. What's his name?
That was second down throw for Vic. Flush
Do you like him? That's a fumble, bro. I haven't seen him really play like that. Is he good? I never seen him really play. He's good. I feel you. On me. I think we only signed him until like 1 year. Come on, Taylor. What? Oh my God. Sean Taylor.
Calvin Johnson, 59 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Bro, I'm about to get rid of Sean T, bro. That's crazy.
Like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush.
Oh, the guy Derwin James, he's good.
Where he completed pass like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great legs. When necessary, they help get him out of trouble.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go.
No, Sean Taylor's a free safety. I got I had Harrison Smith. He was good, but
do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action.
Come on, bro.
Now's the time to take a
supposed
shot.
to go up.
But you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He gets it on the ground.
Murray now, flushed out right.
Come on, touch.
To the right and
That's
complete to
touchdown. Come on, 90 speed. Come on.
And he'll be taken down inside Carolina's 15. A big play there for Detroit. 63 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this.
Bro, it's like I played my part. I know how to play my team or like against a friend too. You get me? But I play my part. That shit's easy. You just control one player.
Second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Handoff comes to Peterson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll run it. Here's Peterson.
Come on.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal. Now Peterson. And he is into the end zone.
That's my fucking defense. Oh, I don't think I have Sean T. Wait. Nah, I never blitzed you.
And the Lions have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And he's got it up and through.
Yeah, like 100K. I'll never bypass this shit is right.
Will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
By 90!
How much does he go for?
First down. Escaping the pressure right.
This dude fell.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
I think I could shoot.
Right 20.
Throwing again, Vic on 2nd and 10.
Come, bro.
Smith catches left side.
Oh, like that's to be an interception every time, bro.
Give him 30 yards there. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Vic.
Thank you.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Thank you. Gosh.
Picked off at the 39, 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close,
hey, how much he's going
defense isn't
for?
backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone.
Shit, I'm better off just keeping Sean Taylor. Because I don't think I could sell him.
Positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And
no, I think he's in AT
decent
though.
Field position through the pick six, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last
Sean Taylor's a good guard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play.
He plays good for me. Out of as many times I could say he's done bad, he's done way better. He is.
Vic readies to throw.
It's a good call.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here.
That's
as
a
they'll
good
get
play.
a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play changes
Who are my
the
cornerbacks?
of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Jalen Ramsey, 99 powered up. Then I have
Buying time to his left.
Then I have Kyle Fuller, 99 power up. Then I have Patrick Peterson, 99 power up. Then I have Byron Jones. That's it.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there.
Thank
This
you.
is intercepted, and that should do it.
Derwin James.
With a pick, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. What a nightmarish game.
That boy Derwin James.
6 interceptions.
6 interceptions?
Absolutely
Oh, I thought Derwin James had 6 interceptions.
We're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call.
I ran right into the quarterback. I mean,
the Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Overall is Anthony Barr.
On 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Murray eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, boys, got white 20! White 20!
Here's Vic.
It's because he has good speed,
Dancing to
bro.
his left.
And he's
Now
not.
a desperation
Come on, Sean
throw.
Taylor.
He's
Oh.
got it. Hit the 15.
Bro, I didn't
Now
know
we won't
Juju
see a
Smith
play on
was a
first down.
limited
We're gonna
time
get a
thing.
timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Nope.
White 90. White 90.
Vic to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there.
I don't even
Couldn't
want him. That's
hang
why I didn't do
on.
it.
Second down.
Brandon, at least
The
there's one
cheapest
bright
one is
side to that
70,000
incompletion.
for shit.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow.
No.
You're
Fucking
a nice
Hollywood
guy.
Brown.
That's kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Vic to throw it. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith.
I'm just
and a
taking
big
me.
turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Like the ball.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 interceptions?
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than
If
2, maybe
you
4
come
points.
back, I
I
would
think
tell
he's got
my
a great
job. I
point.
say,
I really do, Brandon.